to YSM Training Committee Program. My name is Lawrence Kende, and this is Stage 3, Level 6. Let's get right into it. So in this level, we are going to be first understanding a survey layout. We are also going to be creating standard layers, and we are going to create blocks from beacons, not arrows, and some other symbols. Our objective for this level is to build a reusable professional survey template. First, let us understand a survey layout. What does a survey plan layout look like? So a survey plan layout has a list of items that it is very important that they are represented on your survey plan. A survey plan layout is the arrangement of all the information on your drawing. It includes the title, the address, so the title of the property or boundary that you have represented on the survey plan, the address where it is, origin as per how you are drawing, the area, graphical scale and scale bar, not arrow, boundary of the plot, which must be labeled with bearing and distance. You must have quoted coordinates, beacon number, signature and seal of the surveyor that prepared the survey plan. You also need the survey company that prepared the survey plan, the name and address, the plan number and date, and certification. This is just a list. Let us take a look at the standard survey plan and identify this list on them. So first, this is what a survey plan looks like. Let's identify our lists. We have our title, plan showing property said to belong to Jessica Lovett Glory. This is the title. The address is at this place near Idioroko. Regardless of the address of the place, it must be under the name to which the title of the survey plan goes to, and the scale, graphical scale and scale bar. So in the next video, you'll be taught how to draw the scale bar, and also the origin, like we said. This is the not arrow. The area is, all of the text on the survey plan are written in blue and the area is underlined in red. This is the boundary plot labeled with the bearing and the distance. We have quoted coordinates here and here, as you can see. Also, we have beacon numbers, which are very important. We're explaining what beacons are and why their numbers are very important, and also talk about them when we are creating blocks. Then you have your surveyor's name, signature. This is the space for signature and seal. This is the certification to certify the true copy of original plan made by me, that is the surveyor on so date. This date is actually very important. Also, this is the survey company and address, survey firm and address, and then the plan number and also the date to which the plan number was acquired. These are all important items of a standard survey plan. So once your list has been checked, then you know that you have a standard survey plan. So other things to check out for when creating a standard survey plan is, you notice the texting, the text style, this particular text. So for different surveyors or different survey companies, they can decide to use a type of text style. I'm going to show you. If you want to check or edit text style of your survey plan, you just go to format and you go to text style. So here you can use different font styles, but what is most important is that the font style that you have chosen to use as a surveyor or a survey firm, depending, must be uniform. It must be consistent throughout your survey plan, your drawing. You cannot use Times New Roman for your title block and go and use Arial for your labeling of bearing and distance. There should not be any irregularities. You should have your text style and height consistent throughout your survey plan. Obviously, you can choose a whole text and apply it. You can choose any text of your choice and apply it to your survey plan. Good. So another thing that is important for us to talk about is layers. Another thing that is important for us to talk about is creating standard layers. Creating standard layers, which is our second objective. Creating standard layers. So layers are important when you are creating a survey plan or any drawing in AutoCAD. These are layers. So the reason why layers are important because they help keep your drawing organized in such a way that you can understand which is representing what. You can edit a particular item on its own without affecting your total drawing as a whole. It is easy to create layers. It's also important that when you start a new drawing, for example, say we want to start a whole new drawing, a fresh new drawing, see, we have, let's start a whole new drawing, sorry, drawing 3. You can create your whole new layer to help you organize different parts of your drawing. For instance, let us create a layer. So if you want to create a layer, assuming the units of this drawing is set, drawing 3. What is most important to put your unit? Make sure that your parameters are set properly. Okay, now let us create our first layer. Go to layer properties. You want to create a new layer. This 0, it is the default layer, so you have to make sure that you create a layer to organize your work. New layer. Let's assume we are creating a layer for our plot. You can name it boundary plot or just name it plot. And on this window you can do many things. You can edit the color. So on a standard survey plan, your boundary plot is in red. Another important thing to know is once you choose the type of red you want to use, it should also be consistent throughout your survey. Let's go through that again. So we have learned how to plot on AutoCAD. So I'm just going to, since we have created a new layer, you have to make sure to click on the layer that you have created. Make sure that what you want to draw is on the layer that you have created. Let's draw a plot. So using your bearing and distance, obviously, but we're going to just draw for the sake of our learning. Draw a plot. Let's not pick that one. Good, close. So now this is what I want you to understand. My layer is opened. On this window, I can decide to put on or put off this particular layer. Turn current layer off. I can turn it off. and I can also turn it on. Like I said, layers help you keep your work organized. Another thing we can do is we can put our text in layers. All you have to do is go back to layer properties, open it, and right click, new layer, and just type title block. Now title block means you want to do text, and it is going to be in blue because text on survey plans is blue. Depending on your discretion or your survey company, you use the type of blue and make sure it's consistent. Now I want to start typing my text. I have to make sure that my layer is clicked on title block. This is very important. Now you go and you insert text. Said to belong to, said to belong to, enter the name of the owner of the property, Lawrence Kende O. Enter where is this plan located at? Estate. The local government at Amuwo Odofin local gov area, Lagos State. At the scale and area, yes, scale and area. So scale 1:1000 and area is 1,100 square meters. Okay, and press enter. Now your text is already saved in a layer. This layer, as I said, you can put it off and you can put it on. You can go on and on in creating layers. Let's go back to our standard survey plan. You can go on and create layers. Every single one of them will have their layer. So another thing to understand is blocks. Let's go back. Okay, each layer is assigned name according to its contents. First of all, layers help organize different parts of the drawing. Each item can be placed in different layers like we have explained, and each layer is assigned name according to its context. So depending on how large your drawing is and the amount of information you want to show on your drawing or your survey plan, you can create layers for each of these items. It makes it easy for you to edit. It makes it easy for you to work on other informations while keeping some of your layers off or on. Totally helps for presentation. Next, blocks. So basically, blocks are reusable symbols inserted into a drawing. Most of the common blocks are the beacon, not arrow, title, the text that we just typed. If your company has a logo, your survey company has a logo you want to represent on your survey plan, it can also be a block. Now, okay, yes, beacons are numbers that help us identify corner points clearly and consistently. So let's go back to our drawing. Now these are some of the symbols. Like I said, the not arrow is a symbol. This is currently not a block. The beacon, these are beacons, these are beacon numbers, these are beacon symbols. This particular symbol can also be saved as a block. So blocks are there to help your symbols be reusable. Now for example, let me show you how we draw the not arrow. So you can just also do this. Okay, let's use our own drawing. We want to create a not arrow. We go to our layer properties, and you can create, if you want to create a layer and name it not arrow. Sorry, layer not arrow. So not arrow is in blue and everything, so let's show the not arrow. And because it will not automatically go to your new layer, you have to select it yourself. Draw your first straight line. My auto is not on. Draw your first straight line to 90 degrees. It's just auto. Auto will ensure that we have a straight line. Just click auto on your window to ensure we have a straight line. Create a straight line regardless. Click escape. Click line, come to this edge, come down, escape. We do not need auto anymore. Your snap is on. Now draw an arc from the points where this one stops, take it to the end, and you form your arc. Just above, escape, and then you extend your line downward. Good. Add text to it. Capital U space capital N. And also note. This is how you create a not arrow. But then we want to convert this not arrow to a block. It's very simple. As it is currently, it is in different elements. The text is different, all the lines are different. You can decide to group them, but the reason why we are turning them to block is so that they can be reusable for us for any drawing. So but for now it is in a layer, and we can control what you see by turning off or on the layer. Let's put it on, and I want to work with it, so highlight and go to blocks. Is either you come to this window, or if it is not opened on your AutoCAD, just come to your command here or here in your window, depending on the version of AutoCAD you are using. Just click on block. Now to bring up this window where it's asking you to name your block, for now I want to name it not arrow. Let's call it not arrow, and convert to block. Scale uniformity, everything looks good. This is all you need, and you press OK. That has been saved to block. See, so go to insert, and you see not arrow is already a block. It's very important. It means that now you can move your not arrow as one. That's created it as a block. This is not one of the most beautiful thing about having a block. The most beautiful thing about having a block is you can go to any drawing of your choice and insert your block because you have saved it. You just go to insert and you click not arrow. This is the block that we just created. Okay, let's go to a new drawing. So let's go to a new drawing, a whole new window. Does not have any layer, so you can create a layer and insert your block to that layer. First, let us just go to recent blocks, not arrow. I have some blocks on my window, so set by insertion point and out. Once you have done that, just zoom, extend, and this is your not arrow. Like I said, you can create blocks for your title block. You can use this and create a block and insert it every single time that you want to work on a template. You can, if you are working on a survey plan for the first time and you are using your company's format, you can create a block with every single item on the survey plan and just insert them easily. Let us go to creating a beacon. Like I said, beacons are there to show you, they label the corners of your survey plot. They help identify corner points clearly and consistently. All of the beacons have their numbers, do you understand? But this is the symbol that is used to represent a beacon, and we can create it on your own and turn it to a block. So basically, this is how we create a beacon block. We first need a circle, about circle, and you need a square. Now, depending on the size of your survey plan, then your hash, go to hash, choose solid, and pick a color, usually blue, and you click inside where you want to add, and you escape. You have something like this. Color is off. Alright, so now I want to turn this to a block. Repeat the same thing, highlight it, go to blocks. On the window you can see it as beacon. Okay, now I want to insert it again, maybe in a new window, for example, and I go to insert, send blocks. This is my beacon. Insert libraries. Beacon. Okay, just click on it and come to your window. To see specify insertion point, click twice. Once you've clicked twice, escape, zoom, Z, enter, extend, E, enter, and you see your beacon. It is actually simple like that. These are some of the important things we need to note. Meanwhile, note arrows show us orientation and point directly to the north. It is very consistent in survey plans, especially in Nigeria. Notes. These are some of the notes from this lesson. So all items on the survey plan are very important for you to know. All of these items must be checked before you can call your survey plan standard, before your survey plan is complete. Survey plan is not complete if it does not have your not arrow, your survey plan is not complete if the surveyor's name and signature is not there. So all of these items must be on a survey plan. And text styles and size must be consistent and uniform throughout your survey. It must be consistent and uniform. And layers help us to organize items. Since you know how to create layers, it is important that when you create your layer, you select it. You select it while inserting your work. And then blocks help us to make your symbols reusable. You know, you can use your not arrow. Now that you have saved it as a block, you can use it as many times as you want in any survey, as long as you are using that system. Thank you so much for your time. I hope that we've been able to understand a survey layout. We've been able to understand the importance of layers to a survey plan or a survey, any drawing relating to surveying, and the importance of blocks and how to create blocks. Thank you very much, and we will see you in our next video.